game against the Pelicans to watch Bronny and company get their first win in Las Vegas. This, of course, in the midst of all the chatter surrounding where LeBron will play this season and perhaps beyond, after his agent Rich Paul made an interestingly worded statement to our Shams Charania in late June. Quote, LeBron wants to compete for a championship. He knows the Lakers are building for the future. He understands that, but he values a realistic chance at winning it all. We're very appreciative of the partnership that we've had for 8 years with Jeannie and Rob, and consider the Lakers a critical part of his career. Plenty have read into the past tense verbiage used by the Clutch Sports CEO, and on a recent appearance on SiriusXM Radio, he discussed the situation further.
It's not for us to rebuttal or to try to give clarity on what's said, what's not said. That's not the focus. The focus is, hey man, enjoy your summer. There's never been an expectation on anyone like it's been on him. But my thing is just continue to find the joy. You can't go out here and try to prove everyone wrong or align with or wanting to make sure that everyone is right. The critique is going to be the critique. And this is for all players, by the way. I think everyone's journey is a lot different. The success of some and the failures or the so-called failures of others depends on what lens you're looking out of.
All right, Udonis, I know finding your joy were words that may still sting a little bit for Miami and whatnot following the whole Jimmy Butler drama this past season. But listen, this is LeBron James we're talking about. So what do you think he should be prioritizing?
George, that was a low blow. I just want to let you know first and foremost. The last time I heard a player talk about finding their joy, it did not end well for myself and my organization. But what I will say about LeBron James is two things can be true. LeBron can be looking for an opportunity to put himself in a winning situation, and the Lakers can be looking for an opportunity to put themselves in a winning situation the next 4 or 5 years. I think they both have the same goals, but just not the same timeline. And for LeBron James, we don't know how much time he has, and rightfully so. You should want to put yourself in a position where you can win a championship and land a plane. That is not in LA. I don't give a damn who they bring to LA. That is not a championship roster right now with the LA Lakers. If LeBron James wants to put himself in a championship situation, then there has to be another opportunity out there that he needs to look for. I do know a place where he is welcome, and he will always be welcome, just to put that out there. You know what I'm saying?
The keys under the mat?
But George, you asked, what should LeBron be prioritizing? He's already told us what he's prioritizing. And it's not, he didn't tell us with a statement. He told us with the decision to opt into the last year of his contract. He's prioritizing the finances, prioritizing the $52.6 million. Who could blame him for that?
Nobody gonna be mad at you.
But my point is this, you prioritize finances over flexibility. If he wanted the option of choosing whatever team, of putting himself in the best position to compete for a championship this year, he could have taken that. It would have cost him a lot of money. But at this point, hey, enjoy your summer, and we'll see you for Lakers training camp because you opted in to be on the Los Angeles Lakers roster.
I'm gonna go glass half full. UD's gonna yell at me for it.
Uh-oh, get ready, UD.
But they were 20-12 after the Luka trade. Like, without a training camp, you got a lob threat in Ayton, and Ayton knows the lights are on him. I know George is looking at me talking about Ayton. Ayton, I believe in my boy from the Bahamas. I think he's going to have the best season of his career.
He better.
And then here's the thing. I think patience is best for LeBron now. But if by the trade deadline, Rob Pelinka doesn't put a championship, I think he needs more time. We've seen trades get made at the beginning of training camp. But if it doesn't look right at the trade deadline, I think it's a little easier to trade him, even with that money at the halfway point. Be patient, wait, and see what happens.
Go ahead, UD.
I mean, this is a guy who's seen everything but the win. You're not going to run the banana in the tailpipe on LeBron James. When he walks in that locker room, he knows that is a championship roster. He knows if he has a chance to realistically win a championship. When you look at what Houston has done, when you look at Minnesota getting another year better, when you look at what they've done at Oklahoma City, bringing their core back and extending those guys, they do not have a chance in hell on winning a championship with the Los Angeles Lakers this particular season. So if LeBron James wants that opportunity, he has to put himself in that situation moving forward, and that is not going to be with the Los Angeles Lakers. That's just my opinion, hands down.
Yeah, listen, I would agree with you, UD. I'm here in LA. I'm here every day. I think at best you could make the case they're like the 5th or 6th best team in the Western Conference on paper at the moment. But yeah, I don't know if I see a championship roster, especially once you get past the first couple of players in their rotation. But listen, our reporter Dave McMiniman covers the Lakers all the time as well here for our company here at ESPN. He had some boots on the ground reporting in Vegas after talking to both the Lakers and LeBron's camp. Let's take a listen.
The question on everybody's mind is, where will LeBron be playing next season? Some have posited that the true cause of the situation was the Lakers not offering LeBron a contract beyond next season, but Rich Paul told me that they never asked for one. Paul also made it clear to me that LeBron has not asked for a trade, and Paul hasn't even discussed the possibility of wanting a trade in the future with the Lakers. Paul did tell me that 4 teams contacted him with interest in trading for LeBron, though. Now, I asked LeBron just before tip-off if he'd like to join the broadcast to discuss everything, and he told me, quote, "I ain't got nothing to talk about."
Okay, stars turn down interviews all the time, but I mean, there's kind of something to talk about, at least a little bit here. All right, look, let's get in our front office insider, Bobby Marks, who joins us now from Vegas as well. All right, 4 teams have allegedly reached out in interest about trading for LeBron James. Bobby, who could realistically get a deal done?
Well, that's the biggest question, George, is like, what does LeBron James want? And here's a player, one of 2, that has a no-trade clause in his contract. His contract's at $53 million. Certainly when you look at teams like Golden State, that would, of course, probably make the most sense. When you're trying to swap Jimmy Butler out for LeBron James, that trade actually works when you look at it from a perspective. The question would be, of course, would the Lakers want an extra year of Jimmy Butler? Remember, this is a team that's prioritizing cap space post LeBron James. I think the second team, of course, is the New York Knicks. Of course, when you look at a player like Karl Anthony Towns, that trade matches. They have players like OG Anunoby, Mikal Bridges, Josh Hart. It does become a little bit complicated because of the finances. And of course, the Los Angeles Clippers right across the way. But as we've said, it would cost you something to trade a player like Kawhi Leonard, perhaps. So that's the biggest question there. I think unrealistic teams are potentially Cleveland. Cleveland will certainly be mentioned a lot if LeBron James ever became available because of their finances in the second apron. It is unrealistic that the Cleveland Cavaliers could potentially trade for LeBron James. I do think, realistically, if he became a free agent, now that opens up the door for a lot of teams to go out and sign him there, because I keep on going back to that statement. He wants to compete for a championship. And in any trade, as you guys know, it's going to take 2 or 3 players from that team to potentially trade away that he would be walking into.
All right, so let's bring back the full panel here. UD, where do you think is the best place for LeBron at this stage of his career?
Come on now, George. Don't do me like that. Don't do me like that. You know I wear my emotions on my sleeve.
Yes, I know.
You know I'm all heart.
Yeah.
You know where my heart lies.
Yeah.